Now you've seen the 4 tasks that I undertook when I went back to uni after the summer holidays. I thought it would be nice if you saw me in my home environment, which really at the moment just looks like a bookcase because of lighting restrictions. Why I think it's good to see me from home is, I suppose with this being the final year of uni, I'm pretty much looking at more independent study, and because I want to be self-employed as a fine art photographer, I think it might be quite a isolated and sometimes quite insular profession. I want to try and knuckle down for this final year, because with wanting a fine art photography career, I realise I've really got to up my game, and I've really got to try a lot harder, really, I suppose you could say. And I think this is maybe where I might fit into a professional world photographically. I like conceptual work, and I think that that could also be something that would be a strength again if I worked hard at it. I'm not a very technical person. I don't really enjoy the technical side of it, but I really do enjoy taking a photo, and I think this is something that has kept me going through the technical dark days, you could say. What I'm going to try and achieve for my final major project, for my degree show work, is a series of portrait images that will be taken on a traveller's site at a place called Carter's Meadow, which is just down the road from me near Rendlesham Forest. Living at Carter's Meadow are 40 or so adults and children, some of which I've known for over 20 years now, and I think because we've all grown older together and our kids have all grown up now, or getting that way, what I find quite fascinating pictorially is the fact that the children of the people who initially made the decision to live an alternative lifestyle haven't necessarily chosen that, you know. These kids, it's something that they've sort of been born into, and not something that was inherited generation after generation, something relatively new to their parents to try and do. Rather a bit like a situationist in a way, they've had to be quite inventive to make that lifestyle work for them, and I think it's given them a little bit of an inner strength, and I think this also lends itself for them to be quite good subject matters for portrait. I've honed that down, and I will be just choosing to shoot the adolescents of the group, because I think that also they have a really strong look to them. You know, they're almost a bit like they should be in a pop group or album cover. They've got a slight attitude to the look that they have. Not that they're attitudey in behaviour, but just that they've got a real edge to them photographically, and this quite interests me as well. What I aim to do is I'm going to aim to try and shoot it on either a Fuji 5x7 camera using Portrafilm, or if I'm brave enough and master it, I'd like to go large format, because I think that this would give me more capacity for how I output the end result. You know, I'd have more scope to blow up large, and I know the clarity would be there with a large format camera, but I think, you know, I've just got to be realistic, and if this is something that I can possibly manage to do, then you know, I'm definitely going to give that a whirl, because I think that that would be a better end result really, but we'll see on that one. That's to be discovered. Where I think this is all going to tie together for my dissertation, well, I think that pictorially and in written sense for dissertation, it's quite interesting yet again to uncover the reasons why people find outside lifestyles quite intimidating, because this again is a world that not everybody gets to see. I think in a visual sense and also in a written sense, I could sort of unravel a bit of the mystery of it. And as far as the dissertation's concerned, I'm going to have to find the right kind of academic research to make this have a little bit more clout, which is something that I'm working on at the moment, because lots of the written work about these people tends to be quite negative. So you could say it's going to be quite a long ongoing project, and I'm sure it'll be based in here quite near a bookcase for quite some months. But I hope it goes well, and I'm really quite excited about it, and it's something that I can get my teeth stuck into. And at this point in my education photographically, I feel I'm in a position where I need to be able to build a series of works, something that I can take forward once I leave university, to perhaps help me get an exhibition and find my way as a professional photographer. And I think for that you've got to have a real passion in your subject, and I definitely do where this is concerned. That's it, Lani.
Pardon?
That's it. Sorry, I think this one might be the last one. Even though it might be a bit ummy-ary.